G'day guys, we are back for another missing person search. The entrance to Duck Hole Lake is down here at the between those two hills. Down in that valley there's a walkway which is 2 k's long to the Duck Hole Lake. This area is the area I'll be searching. This little area I've marked here, I've circled, is Duck Hole Lake. So on this angle you can see it's completely surrounded and cut off by hills. Adams Peak is at the back. That is quite large, so he will not be climbing that at all. Having Parkinson's disease and losing his ability to navigate, I highly doubt he's going to climb over these walls it's surrounded by. So that flat spot there is where I'll be searching. It is 2 k's across and 1.7 from front to back, that flat zone. I believe he's still in there somewhere, so that's where I'll be looking. You can see at the back there, Adams Peak is pretty big. I'm not sure if it's classed as a hill or a mountain, but I'm calling it a mountain. It is massive. So the area where you walk in has been flooded recently by heavy rains. It's completely washed out along the trail to Duck Hole Lake. It is an absolute mess, as you'll see in the video. So this is my journey in. That's Duck Hole Lake there. And here's my first hurdle of the day. Nice little tree to drive under that has fallen over. Just enough room to get under without scratching the car. And look at that log jam. That's probably the biggest one on the river that I've seen. And you'll see where I'm standing. So this river, a few days ago, we got a lot of rain, and you see all that white foam there. That water has risen up over this bank I'm standing on. So it's probably rose about a meter and a half, and it's probably pulled that tree in. So the water's come up over the bank, around that log jam, and then back in the river, and it's just flattened all these ferns out. So when this river cops a lot of rain, it floods everything. It just washes everything out along its way. Cool bridge. Yeah. You'll see here all the sand on the side of the banks of this little river. It's very sandy. It's like that in a fair few spots most of the way up where you can see the river. And here you can see just how flooded it has been over the last week or so. Had a lot of rain in the last week, and this place has completely flooded out. The water only has to come up a meter, 1.5 meters, and pretty much just wipes out the first half of this track to Duck Hole Lake. It's just, there's debris everywhere. There's a lot of trees fallen over, as you can see. There must be thousands along the way up to Duck Hole Lake. It's like this most of the way up. As you get to the end, closer to Duck Hole Lake, it gets really thick, as you'll see shortly. It closes right in. It's not like this. This is pretty open, so as you can see, there's a lot of spots where Bruce could have wandered off the track. He was a experienced hiker, so there's plenty of areas along the way that's going to grab his attention. Maybe see something, wants to wander over and have a look, and then because he has Parkinson's and has lost the ability to navigate properly, he wanders off even deeper and further away from the track and ends up becoming lost. I believe he's in that flat zone I showed at the start. I believe he's somewhere out there. There is on the right hand side walking in. He could have went that side as well. That side isn't. There's not as much area to cover before you reach the first hill. I hope the police searched along there, because that would have been, I could tick that off my list, but I'll probably have to search that side myself. But on the left-hand side of this track, walking in, that is where it opens right up. There's a lot of room over there for him to go and get lost in on the flat zone before he reaches the hills on the outside. So this is going to be a lot of time spent down here. There's going to be a lot of hazards, and it's not going to be an easy search. It would be great if I could get some of our team members from our follow group that recently found Celine Cremere and Peter Willoughby. This is going to be pretty difficult, I'd say, down in this area. The first half is probably going to be very easy searching, depending how many floodplains there are. Hopefully this is the only one I'm on right now. There's no more. But I'm sure we'll find out soon when I venture in to look for Bruce. See, we've got little creeks running everywhere from one river to the next. And you can see now it's starting to get thicker. How is this tree? Look at it. Look at how it spirals up. The bottom half's like it doesn't see any light at all. It's just damp and wet, and the top half is dry. Top half is growing properly, like it's growing straight up, but this one is sort of twisted at the bottom. Sort of twists as it grows. A massive knot at the bottom there as well. Look at that. That's pretty big. That's probably 7-8 foot round, the trunk of that tree. And now we're into the thick stuff. The last probably 800 meters of the track, it is just cutting grass everywhere, tea tree. It is very thick, probably too thick to walk through. So hopefully I won't have to search up here. Hopefully we find something sooner down the bottom half. But this is the area that surrounds Duck Hole Lake and is extremely thick. And here we are, Duck Hole Lake. It is maybe about 120 meters in diameter. It's known as a sinkhole. And this is this place where Bruce was meant to meet up with his wife, Louise Fairfax, on October 14th, 2017. Sadly, he never showed up. and has been missing ever since. So hopefully I can do him some justice and bring him home. I'm not the most experienced bushwalker or hiker when it comes to searching, but there is a quote. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And this is how we bring our loved ones home.